Ever since Stranger Things hit our screens a few years ago, millions of fans have been hooked to the captivating sci-fi show. We just can't get enough of the clever spinning of the dark stories, and really, who can blame us? But there's so many rumors about Stranger Things Season 4, so make sure you stick around for this video because today we're going to be taking a deep dive into Stranger Things Season 4 secrets that you really need to know about. But first, a simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We are giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad Mini, or MacBook Pro. It's all your choice. So be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple. First, we have an idea of where the next season is set in. All die-hard Stranger Things fans will remember that Season 2 was in 1984 and Season 3 moved on to 1985. So there's every indication that the plot of Season 4 will be set in 1986. And get this, 1986 was the year of the awful Chernobyl disaster. So it's entirely possible that we'll be watching nothing less than 8 episodes that will have a lot to do with this disaster. Fingers crossed. Up next, is Chief Hopper really dead? Here is one event that must have had you staring with your mouth wide open in horror, laced with a few teardrops. Yeah, Stranger Things does that a lot. This time, we watched as everyone's favorite cop, Chief Hopper, tried to heroically save the rest of the gang, but disappeared in the thin air when Joyce had to shut down the machine. But don't fill your pillows with tears just yet. It looks like Chief Hopper may be alive after all. Based on a lot of hints we've gathered so far, Chief Hopper is alive in Russia. Now, let's go back to the scene where an American was dragged by 2 Russians over the stairs. That happened right after he disappeared, and we were made to believe he had died. Here's the big secret. Hopper is actually a prisoner in Russia and stuck in the snowy area of Kamchatka. No doubt, he will be facing a lot of dangerous humans and not-so-human beings, which takes us to the next question. How did the cop survive that massive explosion? Here's our theory. We believe that he quickly jumped into the Upside Down just before everything blew up at the end of the season. If Hopper really is alive, that's absolutely good news, but his problems are far from being over. 11 has just lost her powers while he's a prisoner in an icy wasteland. How would she be able to help anyone without her powers? We'd really love to see how the main protagonist survives after being stripped of what makes her unique. While we're still thinking about that, here's our next secret. We will be getting a blast from Hopper's past. There's every reason to believe that Season 4 will talk a lot about Hopper's past. Let's take a short recap again. Remember how 11 discovered 3 letters among her adoptive dad's belongings? Dad, Vietnam, and New York. Well, while fans worldwide are busy worrying about the cop's future, these clues will take us to his backstory and a lot of events that took place before he technically adopted 11. And yes, this story will be even more intense than ever, and that was confirmed by David Harbour himself. The actor said he was excited to show us this side of his character, which has been in the making for a very long time, even before filming the first frame. Here's another hint. We may be looking at Hopper's darker side, so that perfect persona may be washed away a bit. Get ready for a massive reveal on why he acts the way he does sometimes and the influence his past has had on his present. However, it looks like the entire show will take a darker turn as things get more serious. If you were a 14-year-old, you would also be tired of seeing bloodthirsty monsters going after your friends year after year, so sit tight, gang. On that note, here's our 4th secret. Get ready to see some new faces. We're excited to see the return of some of the regular cast members like 11, Dustin, Will, Lucas, Max, Mike, but these are not the only returning cast members. We also have Joyce, Jonathan, Nancy, and Erica. While we're happy to see some of these faces, it looks like we will be having a new character joining the cast in Season 4. In Season 3, we saw the Byer family move out of Hawkins. Who can blame them, really? Anyone would be ready to run on their heels after going through everything that they've experienced so far. But here is the deal. The Byer family leaving Hawkins also means that the Stranger Things gang has significantly reduced and would need some new additions to the troops. So it makes perfect sense that this would happen in Season 4. There's one little snag though. We don't know for sure the influence this character would have on the lives of these kids or what role he would be playing. The good news is we know the actor will be Joel Stouffer. If you've watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., then you remember the actor who played Enoch with fantastic dexterity. It would be great to see what he will be bringing to the Stranger Things show. The actor himself is pretty clueless about the next season. As unbelievable as it may sound, Stouffer doesn't even recognize the names on the script, which means that he probably doesn't watch the show. Is there really someone in the universe who isn't hooked on Stranger Things? Now that's a shocker. The Byer family will be coming back. Here's one really important question. Can the show go on without the Byer family? Will we really not see Will, Joyce, and Jonathan play a huge role in Season 4? The Duffer Brothers revealed that Season 4 will be set in other places apart from the town of Hawkins. There's even a little hint in the teaser where we see the scene opening up somewhere different from Hawkins. Here's what we think this means. The Byer family is not gone yet. This new setting will will allow us to see Eleven and the Byer family a little more frequently. So when the family finds out that Hopper is actually alive and that Upside Down is not a geographical place, but a space that can come up at any location, then we know that we could come running back home. It looks like there's no escaping the dark tales in the story, no matter how much they run away from Hawkins. They come full circle back to that spot. One more thing, the Stranger Things show was initially supposed to be set in Long Island and Montauk, New York. Who knows? Fans may actually get to see many different filming locations this time as the Duffer Brothers explore their original idea. We wouldn't mind seeing that. Millions of people won't be happy to hear this, but there may not be a season 5. It is horrifying to think that the writers of Stranger Things had originally planned it as a miniseries. It was supposed to end in season 1 with the disappearance of Eleven. We're glad that didn't happen. We got to watch 2 more seasons of this fantastic show, but the big question is, will season 4 be the final season of Stranger Things? Are we ready to say goodbye to these actors that have captured our hearts in the last few years? It looks like fans should be prepared to do that, as there are some hints suggesting that this is where it all ends. The writers are not crazy about overstretching the show up to a point where it doesn't make sense anymore. We can all agree that we don't want Stranger Things to end like Game of Thrones. David Harbour also made a cryptic statement about a show knowing when to bow out. These all point to the fact that fans may have to come to terms with not seeing the lovable crew of Hawkins anymore. We at least hope that they would all be alive and finally able to live in peace. So with Stranger Things Season 4 due to be released soon, we cannot wait to see what it brings. Anyway, that wraps up the show. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. A simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We are giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad Mini, or MacBook Pro. It's all your choice. So be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple.